All right, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be the tutorial for how to fill out the 410 bankruptcy claim forms for the Spirit Airlines bankruptcy proceedings. We are here at the Epic website. This is the website hosting all of this. As you can see here, we have the June 10th court hearing. All right. You also have overview, dockets, claims, key documents. You can do a whole bunch of things. But what we are focused on is filing a claim. So that's what we're going to do. Now, once you hit file claim, it's going to take you to a registration site. All right. Clearly, we have already done this. So I already have the email and everything set up for the Spirit Did Not Pay Me account. But we want you to click I want to register. That's what you need to click. I want to register. It's a pretty simple form. Enter in your first and last legal name, your email, confirm it, your password, confirm it. Gonna wait till that little Cloudflare thing at the bottom says you're good to go. And then once you've double checked all of that, you're gonna accept the user agreement, and it's gonna send you an email that you need to fill out. Once you fill out the email, it's gonna send you a link, and you'll pop back up right here at the login screen. Now, once we get to this screen, what you're going to see here, um, what you're seeing now is because I've already started a couple forms just as some test forms for this video. You're not going to have this. You're going to have nothing under submissions. What you're going to want to click then is available form, proof of claim, official 410 form. You're going to want to hit start. Now, this page here has some information about Spirit Aviation Holdings. This is going to be all of this bankruptcy proceedings filings here. If you care to read all of the things that are here, which you probably should, um, go ahead, pause this video, take a second, read it, understand it. It's just going to tell you what you're signing, tell you what we're doing. All right, we got it. Cool. Let's go. We're going to hit next. All right, now this page here says, did you receive a proof of claim form from Epic? You're going to hit no, because if you did receive a claim form, you would not be here watching this video. After you hit no, click next. It's going to say, please select the debtor claim that this should be filed against. Okay, this is very crucially important. You want to select Spirit Airlines LLC. You do not want to select anything else, not Spirit Aviation Holdings, because this is just the company that was created to handle all of the bankruptcy procedures. You need to select Spirit Airlines LLC. Spirit Airlines LLC is the company that has all of our employment information. If you do not select this, your claim will be tossed out because you are not soliciting the correct debtor. Then you click next. Basic information here. Who is the current creditor? That's you. We're going to use a fake person here. James Reed. So you do last name, first name, of course. Is the current creditor an individual or an entity? You're going to hit individual, of course, because you are an individual. We're filing this as an individual. Has the claim been acquired by someone else? No. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to fill out all of this information. What notices do you want the creditor to be sent? Okay. Or where do you want it to be sent? This is 9 times out of 10 going to be your mailing address. We're going to get to another part of the form once you fill all of this out, your phone number and everything else. But you see this part here at the bottom where it says, is the payment address the same as the noticing address? This, from my understanding from talking to people that know more than me about these type of proceedings, so for like 99% of people, the address that you type above is going to be the same as your noticing address. Your noticing address is your mailing address. Most people's noticing address is also their home address. However, if you use a separate address to receive mail and you use a separate address for your home address, if you click yes in this box and you win the settlement, whatever address you type above is where they will send the check. So if you have a separate address, another place that you want a settlement check to be sent to you, however much you're asking for, if that address is different from the one that you typed above, then you select no, and it's going to prompt you to enter in. It's going to literally say, where would you like the payment to be sent? That's the address that you'll put in there. But if your home address and your mailing address is the same, you just hit yes, and then we move on. But after that, does this claim amend one already filed? No. Do you know any if anyone else has filed for proof of this claim. You're also going to click no. And we're going to hit next afterwards. If you have a uniform claim identifier, you can put that down here. 9 out of 10. If you're watching this video, you don't have one of those. So you leave that blank afterwards, click next, and we can keep it pushing. Do you have any number you use to identify the debtor? 9 out of 10. This is also going to be a no. All right. So this is going to be whatever you think that you are missing from your last paycheck. For me, famously, is $14,132.70. So that is what we're going to put inside of this little box right here. But for you, it could be different. One thing I do want to say, the law states that a secured claim is any claim over $17,150. Okay, and you'll see that in the next slides. Even if you are owed or you think that you're owed more than $17,000 for the time being, what you should do if you want this claim to be pushed ahead of the debtors and the creditors and the executives like Bathtub Bindo, you need to keep your amount under $17,150.00. Okay. Once this all gets rolling and we get to court, then this is where we get to provide a little bit more evidence. This is when we get to talk a little bit more about it. And probably that's when AFA is going to step in or whomever else. If you have your own personal representation, they can step in as well. But for right now, you have to keep what you're asking for under $17,150. This can also include your WARN Act pay, right? Because the next question is any portion of this claim unliquidated? You're going to say yes. And you're going to say yes because if we're including the WARN Act pay, we don't know if we're going to get that. That is not a certain amount. And so since it's not a certain amount, you want to click yes. The other part of this is, does this amount include interest or other charges? You want to click no. As we scroll down, it's going to say, what is the basis of the claim? Employee wage benefits. Let me say that again. It needs to say employee wage benefits because this is what we are claiming. So yes, it needs to say employee wage benefits. Is this claim based on a lease? No. Is this claim subject to a right of set off? Also, no. After you click those things, we're going to click next. All right. Is all or part of this claim secured? You want to say no, because why? Secured claims go to the back of the line. Secured claims go to the back of the line. What we are doing are unsecured claims that will go to the front of the line. So is all or part of this claim secured? No. The way to think about it is if you bought a car, right, and you took out a loan, that loan is secured because the car is collateral. If the bank does not get their money from you, they can take the car back. Our wages are not secured by anything. If they get away with taking our money, right, there's nobody else that we can come after to get our money but Spirit LLC, right? So for that reason, this is an unsecured claim. So is all a part of this claim secured? No. After you do that, click next. All right, we have is all or part of this claim entitled to priority under 11 USC. That is going to be yes. And what you're going to see here is going to be wages, salaries, or commissions. This is what I was telling you, because if you look right here, it says the amount that you are allowed to claim, which is that $17,150 earned within 180 days. All right. So this is what I was telling you guys earlier in the video. This is the amount. If you go over this amount, it automatically becomes a secured debt. So for the time being, keep it underneath. It can be $17,149.99 if you want, but you need to keep it underneath $17,150. In my case, you guys know the number by now. You can probably say it as much as I can. $14,132.70. $0.70. All right. So that's what we're going to put here in the amount entitled to priority. Next is going to say, does this claim qualify as an administrative expense? You're going to click no, then click next. And then here, this is very important. This is where you're going to upload any supporting documents. All right. Please note, claims that are submitted without supporting documentation may be objected to and eventually disallowed. Please do not submit any kind of documentation. You need to submit documentation. All right. It says it right here in black and white. Please submit something, and then it tells you what you can submit, right? And it also tells you about the redaction responsibility. Basically, everything that we're doing right now is public record. And so that means if you put any sensitive information, if you upload a pay stub and it has your social security number on it, when people go to actually look at this and pull this file, they're going to see your check stub with your social security number on it and your address. All right. So it's on you, the uploader, the claimant, if you will, to remove and redact any information. For me personally, the things that I uploaded were a copy of my schedule in April for May. I included emails that I sent to crew scheduling requesting my pay reports and them sending me an automated message back saying that that email box is no longer being monitored. I also included pay stubs for April and May. If you have pay stubs, from further back than that, as long as it's within 180 days of May 2nd, you can upload those. But just like I said, when it comes to the amount that you claim, be mindful, keep it under $17,150. You can also upload your warn notice. I uploaded that BS bullshit spirit transitions guide that they sent us. I uploaded screenshots of our CBA, that cover page that has the spirit logo and the AFA logo. And I uploaded pages from the contract regarding vacation, sick time, and compensation pay. Those are just examples of things that you can include. Once you've included all those things, you can hit next. All right. Once we get to this screen, it says, please select one. You are the creditor. You are the person that is asking for the money. All right. Then after that, you put your name in, you click electronic signature accepted. Here, you check that box, and then afterwards, you press next. Right here, this part, I strongly suggest that you download the PDF, that you take a look at the PDF. It's going to give you a preview of what will be submitted to the courts in New York. Just please double check this, make sure everything is correct, make sure everything is right. You want to make sure that it says employee wage benefits in section 8. What is the basis of the claim? Employee wage benefits. You also want to make sure that it says how much is this claim for. Whatever you put there, unliquidated. Whatever the number is that you put there, unliquidated. Make sure it says unliquidated. When we scroll down to section 12, you want to make sure that this box is all or part of this claim entitled to priority. Yes, it is. And then click wages. And beside that, the number in this beside this wages box should also be the same as the number that is in box 12. Is this claim entitled to priority the same as the one that's in box 7? All right. Let's check this appropriate box. I am the creditor, so that's what we picked. And then there's your signature. Then after that, you're going to click next. And obviously, after that, you're going to click file claim, and it's going to send the claim to the courts. So that's the tutorial, guys. I hope that makes everything a lot simpler. And let's get this money. Let's go. Thanks for watching.